Now, if I just copy and paste it in different lines or in the same line and save it, you can see the YouTube links are coming in the same line. Hey you, this is Absar from the Quick Code channel. Today we are going to learn block level and inline elements. What are these things, or have they any tags or not? Every HTML element has a default display value. Like my body has a default value, P tag has a default value, H1 has a default value. Display in a particular form. There are two main display values, which are block and inline. Now the inline element are those which only occupy the space bounded by tags defining the element instead of breaking the flow of content. So an inline element does not start a new line and only takes up as much width as necessary. On the other hand, block level elements contain content in the form of blocks. That means a block level element always starts on a new line and takes up the full width available, stretches out to the left and right as far as it can. Now let's take an example for this. First I'm going to give you block level elements example. So just I'm going to use the heading H1 and press enter. Now this is my heading, and once I just come inside it and write anything like it's block level element. Now I just need Control S to save my document and then come back to the file. As you can see, it is displaying here, but nothing is changing. Now when I just write another tag in the same line, as you can see I'm using another heading with the same content or whatever content you have. Now just see, when I save it, it will come in the next line. Now why it is happening? Because it takes or it stretches itself to a full width of it, so it is taking full width, and by default block level elements take full width. After taking full width, there is no space left for another element, so the next element comes on the next line. Now what happens if I just enter it here and save it? Now you can see nothing happens. Both act in the same way. So this H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6 all are block level elements. Now I can just say that I have a style tag, and inside my style tag I'm going to color my heading background color. So I just need to enter background color, any color like this one, and then just come here. Oops, I have to save it first. Now just I come here and you can see the content ends here, but the background color is coming to full of its width and it's taking full of its width. Now why it is happening? Because it is a block level element. Now if I go with H2 element also and save it, now you can see it is also a block level element. Now if I just come here and press my P paragraph and set that Lauren and make it a copy 1 2 3 4 times. Now just press Ctrl S. Now come here and you can see there are 4 paragraphs created. Now why it is happening? Because P tag is also a block level element. I can let you know in seconds. Just cut all the stuff from here so you can see it clearly, and all of the stuff also. Just copy it and Ctrl S. Now come here in the style attribute and target the P tag. Now inside P tag, again background color, and give it a color of like the crimson, and then just Ctrl S to save and come here. Now you can see it is also taking full width of the document. So why it is happening? Because it is block level element. Now if I want to use inline element, what should I do? There are many ways to make inline elements, but there are some inline elements by default. Let me tell you about those. inline element. The first one is a tag, which means a linking tag. Now if it is like something like here, and where is my internet connection? Now let's suppose this is a youtube.com. I'm going to insert it inside here in the linking tag. Just I'm come here and paste it here, and inside it I'm going to use that it is YouTube. Now when I save my folder and come back here, you can see the YouTube icon is appearing, or YouTube text or YouTube link is appearing. Now if I just copy and paste it in different lines or in the same line and save it, you can see the YouTube links are coming in the same line. There is no line breaks. Here I am giving it line breaks, but it is not working because it is an inline element. There are a lot other elements we can use as inline elements, like site tag that we learned in the previous video about for a creative work, or big tag that we will learn in a text formatting session, or abbreviation tag, or these all tags, or you can get the full reference of inline tags online. So you can also check the reference of MDN. So here I will tell you about some of the tags, not all the tags, because it takes too much time. I just want to clear the idea behind your mindset. So the subscripted and superscripted text also have the same meaning, because they are all are inline elements. Now the very important element is known as img. It is also an inline element. Now let's suppose come here and I want to beautiful natural scenes. I just want to save any of them, like this one. It is looking good. Now come here and wait it load for a while. Now just open the image in the new tab so you can see it easily, not this one. Yeah, this is the image that is very big in size. I'm going to copy the address of it, copy it. If you want to embed your image online, paste the image name. Let me introduce its width so you can see it easily. Let's suppose 400. Save it. Come here, come to the block level element and inline elements web page. Now you can see the image tag is just after the linking tag, and you can see on the web page or on the output that image is also coming on the same line. So we can say that the inline elements always come in the same line. Now let's suppose if I copy this image 3 or 4 times and save it, now what will happen here? You can see the image is coming in the same line. Now why it is coming here, not coming here? Because it don't have enough space here. Now when I just make its size smaller and save it, I think so it should be more smaller. So let me inspect it here, and let's suppose 50 pixels. Now this image is also coming in the same row. So this is another way you can set your image. Now the next thing I want to tell you is block level elements. So the block level elements are headings that we learned in the first example, then the block quote that we learned yesterday. Block quote element, very previous video is about on block quote or quotation of citing elements. So the block quote is also a block level element. And then dd, so d and d. dd is a description data, and then dt, dl description list, and then dt. So there are many other block quote or block level elements. Table is also a block level element. Now the main block level element is div, and the main inline element is, let me break it, br tag, and now you can get enough space. Now come here, br tag. Now the block level elements have a div tag and the inline element have the span tag. Now the div tag works same like if I write a text like this is block. Now just I'm going to copy it and paste it 3 times and save it. Now you can see it is coming in the form of block, and if I color the div here, div element, and write the background color of any of the color like blue, and come here, you can see all the block level elements are coloring. Now why there is no space between them? Because there is no margin. So if I just give its margin property and set it to 50 pixel or whatever, now come here and you can see it is the margin given here from every side. So the next thing is the span tag. Let's suppose this is an inline element and copy it sometimes. Now you can see it is coming in the same line. Why it is happening? Because span is an inline element. And if I come to my style tag and write span element and give its background color to blue, and let me dull all the span tags, save it. Now you can see it is just taking the contents width and not taking its full width. So we use span in this manner. Now we can declare span tag inside the div tag, or we can also say that we can declare inline elements inside the block level element. So we are going to declare the block level element. We are going to declare some text here, like come here, text. Now just copy any of the and paste it here. Now save it, come back to your, you can see it is giving its color also because we gave it here. We target the p tag with the css. So with that said, computer is giving the properties to or values to other p tags also. Now let's suppose if I want to make this computer color yellow, just the computer color yellow, or red or pink, how can I do this? There are many ways. The first way I want to tell you is span, and inside span I will just cut it and paste it here. Now just I'm going to give it style. If I don't give it a style attribute, then this span will apply to it. Let me save my web page, come here, and you can see the span tag is a span tag. The values of its background color also applying here. So if I come back here and use a style attribute, and inside style attribute I will give its background color to something easy to understand. Control S, come here. Now you can see it clearly. The span tag is just taking the contents width, not making a block, but the p tag is a block level element, so it is making a block. Both the div and span is used to define the web parts, and we can enclose text, images or content of our web pages in those two tags, but both tags have very different meaning from each other. The div tag is actually block level element, so it will display your images or text or links in the form of block, but the span element or the span tag is an inline element, So the span element shows the inline portion of the document. We use div for wrapping section of the document or for wrapping big sections of the document, while we use spans to wrap small portion of text or images. So this is all for today's topic. Now if you have any question or if you don't understand anything, so just comment it down. I will tell you.